Hi, everyone. It's quite the view from up here. It's really, really, really nice. Good, better, best. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, wrong thing. Okay, first, a well-deserved thank you to our team at the Unity Forum. They're feisty, they're smart, they're focused, and they're always ready to do the work. We are so grateful. If you see them, just reach out and thank them as well. I also just want to say just a quick thank you to the Schultz sisters who came in for this, remarkable cantors. Thank you. And I also want to begin with gratitude to you all. Gratitude that each of you chose to come into this room. You all are what Pastor and I like to call shepherds. Each of you lead, guide, influence, and protect those around you. We are grateful that you came here to not only see what's up, but also to represent. At a time when it is more soothing to retreat into our own communities, being here together matters. This room matters. It's a win all by itself. So thank you. And since you all chose to be here, let me share why I chose to be here. My life has been very blessed. I've had all kinds of options, all kinds of opportunities. I grew up in Highland Park. I went to the University of Michigan. Go Blue. I built my career here in Chicago. I raised my daughter here in Chicago. I am blessed to have a full network of friends here in Chicago, many of whom are in this room. Pamela and I live just around the corner from here. I love this city. It will forever be my home. And as part of that journey, I was also focused on having impact in my community and others. My work with Governor Pritzker over the years allowed me the opportunity to interact directly with leaders in the African American community in ways I had not previously done in the past. I also engaged philanthropically. I am on the board of the Greater Chicago Food Depository, Hope Chicago, Bright Star Community Outreach. And as a result, impactful years of engagement with the African American community, both individually and more broadly. And then, October 7th. And more importantly for our conversation, October 8th, and the days that followed here in America. It was an experience that I was definitely not prepared for. Throughout my life, I was blessed to not be directly confronted by hatred. I, of course, knew what anti-Semitism was, both today and across Jewish history, but it had not been something I had to navigate so personally, so openly in my daily life. Not only the grief and fear connected to the attack itself, but the sudden rise of anti-Semitism to the highest levels in America ever recorded became impossible to ignore. I heard anger directed at me and at my fellow Jews, sometimes casually, sometimes aggressively. My lived experience was that no one outside the Jewish community seemed to care about the horrors that had occurred, all the way to being personally blamed and occasionally threatened for just being Jewish. I realized how exposed I felt in spaces where I had previously felt safe. It was really lonely. It was like, where did everybody go? And so, where does every Jew go when confronted with an existential crisis? Of course, to your nearest black pastor. And thank God, I had one. My dear friend, who has been there for me many times before, Pastor Harris. And he had an answer for me. He told me that everyone didn't go away, that there was a reservoir of caring, that it was full and ready to be drained. He suggested that perhaps our two communities should actually get in a room together, over dinner, maybe a little bourbon, and have a conversation, a courageous conversation. And so we did. Over the past several months, 7 dinners in total. 20 to 25 leaders at each dinner from both communities, alternating from our home just down the street from here and Pastor's home just a bit further down the street from here on the other side of Roosevelt. Some of you joined us. Everyone breaking bread and exposing truth amongst friends, truths about the past and current relationship between our two communities, expressed through their own personal experiences and interactions. And so what did I learn? Other than I probably should have asked how much liquor was in the cocktails being served. I came to understand that it wasn't the absence of care. It was the result of distance, of proximity, of relationships that weren't as close or as honest as they should be. No blame, they just frayed in the background over decades. It was Rabbi Heschel who understood that injustice persists not only because of hatred, but because of indifference, because of people who believe they are doing enough until the moment reveals that they are not. I also had to confront a harder truth. Listening requires more than good intentions. It requires depth, humility, and sustained presence. And I hadn't listened well enough to understand how much distance had grown between us. So much decay in trust. And yet, at these dinners, I also heard time and time and time again, after I asked at every dinner, are we on the right track or wrong track to do the work to repair and build new bridges? I was told time and time and time again, we were better together. That it was not only a truth, but it was achievable if we do the work. And the moment is now. We live today in an environment that is testing us both. Both of our communities knows what it feels like to be the other, to feel targeted, to feel misunderstood, to wonder who will stand with us when the moment demands courage. The Unity Forum exists because we are choosing not to retreat into our own communities and advocate for distance from each other. Anti-Semitism and racism may look different, but they are fueled by the same forces: dehumanization, isolation, and silence. Martin Luther King said, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." So there is work to do. And it may have taken a bit longer for me to understand that I am not alone. And to all my African American friends and future friends in this room, I'm sorry. I apologize for not listening well enough, for being too silent, for literally being too far away from each other, and for not engaging in my truth and yours directly. And for anyone who knows me, although it might take me a while to figure things out, once I get it, I don't quit. I am known for riding the damn bike. So be careful what you wish for. You are stuck with me. And I can't wait to get to know you better, and I do hope you get to know me as well. We are better together. Are we ready? I am. Thank you.